Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 and the conclusion of this replay between Enrix and me here on Steps of War. A couple of Banelings now being morphed out, so large number of Banelings. Banelings do not have any upgrades though, so they are currently seen at 0-0. Meanwhile, I do have a couple Marines, couple Marauders, couple Siege Tanks on this high ground just in case he does try to do some sort of counterattack. Roach still sitting on this front door. I do not have any Ravens or any turrets in position in order to try to reveal that single Roach that's just sitting on the front door. Perhaps if that Roach wanted to get into siege or burrow himself under this natural expansion, I would not be able to see it. Now a couple of Roaches now once again moving back out. Roaches will be able to see onto that high ground because he does in fact have a single Roach or a single unit sitting there. Large number of Banelings now sitting on that ramp once again, and more Roaches moving back out. Banelings trying to position themselves perhaps for a nice attack. Taking a look at this, explode, it detonates where it is standing, damaging nearby enemies and structures. Taking a look at this, just some Siege Tanks now moving around. I do in fact have a single turret, but that turret's too far away from that Roach in order to even reveal that there is in fact a single burrowed unit. Trying to mass up more units. Taking a look, I am building a number of things. Getting the combat shield, getting the level 2 infantry upgrades. Also going to be getting the armor upgrades, I believe. Yeah, getting that armor upgrades as well. So my Marines and my Marauders are going to be in fact very, very devastating against those Roaches. Those Roaches do not have any additional armor upgrades, and those Hydralisks also do not have any upgrades. Once again, doing a scan on that north hand side, seeing a batch of those units. I was wondering why Enrix did not do some sort of expansion earlier. I in fact am controlling both of these Zelnaga watchtowers over here and over here as well, just in case he decides to take a different route into my base. I want to make sure that I am able to spot that. Coming in, more Zerglings now coming in down from that ramp. Large number of Banelings sitting on that high end side, and now Planetary Fortress being upgraded over here at this natural expansion. Engineering base still doing some researching, and now gonna go ahead and finish off this infantry weapons upgrade as well. And I can get to level 3 upgrades, but that does in fact cost 250 gas, which is very, very gas intensive at this stage in the game. Marines and Marauders now moving out. Perhaps I think I'll grab 1 or 2 Siege Tanks as well. I want to grab some Siege Tanks. Those Marines dealing an impressive 8 damage now, so 6 damage against Roaches and a full 8 damage against Hydralisks. And Banelings on the other hand, I'm also dealing that full 8 damage. Once again, doing a scan on this high ground, and I in fact see that this hatchery is finally down, so I want to go ahead and try to move out with this attack force. I grab a reactor onto my tech lab or a tech lab onto my, or a reactor onto my starport, excuse me, in order to get some medevacs, as I know that since I have such a heavy infantry army, I need to be able to use medevacs in order to try to heal back up, especially as I'm going to be using stim pack. Just so you guys know, stim packs for a Marauder uses 20 health, not the standard 10 on a Marine, but the Marauders also have additional hit points. I also bring an SCV over with me, and I go ahead and do a siege right into this position, and I scan, and I get lucky enough to start taking down the rest of these Banelings once again. So a couple lucky scans, and I do not fall into that trap. Using stim pack once again, trying to move an attack against these particular units, able to get my Siege Tanks to deal some damage, trying to move back and forth, and Enrix just having a really, really difficult time. A couple lucky scans enabling me to really just push in on this fight. He's going to lose another additional Hydralisk, and we'll be able to take down this hatchery without any real issue. Going to go ahead and move up these 2 Siege Tanks once again. Planetary Fortress offering protection at my natural, and I'm going to go ahead and try to move up some more of these units. Going to go ahead and siege these Siege Tanks on this low ground, and then go ahead and move up with these units. So these Siege Tanks will be able to offer some support trying to attack onto that higher ground. Going to go ahead and move over these Marauders, and in come those Siege Tanks. Siege Tanks are blasting away at the rest of those units, able to deal a lot of damage towards those units. Going to go ahead and pull back once again, taking down more of those Hydralisks. So just using those Siege Tanks, shooting off into that higher ground, making it very, very difficult for Enrix to really move back out. And at this stage in the game, I realize that as long as I can keep control of all the expansions, I will be able to win this game. Now getting a missile turret down over here, the missile turret offering additional sight. I don't think that it's going to be far enough for me to really be able to take down those Banelings, but I'm concerned at this stage of the game about any Mutalisk perhaps coming in. I do not have enough Marines to really counteract this, and the medevac does not have that much energy to heal. Or, yeah, not as much energy to heal as I would like. Now moving another Siege Tank, dropping another starport over here with that SCV in order to perhaps get some more medevacs more quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and just move up with this army once again. There's a couple banelings sitting off to the side over here, and I still don't see them. Siege tank now going to go ahead and siege off into this position, getting just within range of 1 or 2 of those hydralisks. Now going to go ahead and move back out, healing up with the rest of my units once again. Moving some medevacs over as well as moving over some siege tanks. Just trying to bide my time. I know that he's getting low on minerals and that he doesn't have much to can do, so I'm just trying to make sure I do not over fortify my or just overexpose myself at this stage in the game. Still sitting very, very comfortably with these siege tanks, able to deal damage towards that hydralisk den. And the army over here with those hydralisks unable to really move in. Those banelings still not quite close enough for me to really push out. Now I have, what, 3 medevacs sitting overhead, and just gonna go ahead and heal myself up right there. Sorry, I'm able to heal up the rest of my units. Marines are now fully upgraded 2-2. I'm not getting that 3-3 upgrade. And I once again do a scan, and I luckily just take down all of those banelings once again. So able to take down all those banelings, able to do a little bit of a draw and attack against those hydralisks. Those hydralisks just really having a hard time against the rest of these units, as those siege tanks are just able to just deal so much damage toward those units. There's a single changeling in there as well, but that changeling gonna most likely get splatted by all of that splash damage from those additional units. No, the changeling able to make it around, and he says, GG, the scans got me. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed Game 2 in this best of 3 matchup with me against Enrix here on Steps of War.